Do not attempt to adjust your television screen. We are taking over. Join us. Totally kidding. But now they got your attention. So I've been thinking, and you know what? I should probably just stick to movie reviews or, the occasional historic figure of my choosing, talk about that. Uh, because, I could be political and talk about, current events all day, but, you know what? It's just, so much other stuff going on that I really don't have answers to. And really, let's be honest with each other. Not too many people are going to take my advice. They might hear me out, but I've been doing this a long time. Uh, put my 2 cents in politics and revolutions and political change, all this stuff. And it's it's hard because there's no middle ground. There is and there isn't, because you'll always by chance upset someone. And the way things are going today, definitely not the same times I grew up in. Late '90s, early 2000s. The term insult comic comes to mind. We can insult someone and it'd be funny, and yeah, people get pissed, but they kind of move on. You know what I mean? Now, God forbid, it's like open season if you talk about someone. Um, that's just part of the problem. People taking each other way too seriously. Uh, Everything. I could go down a list from police brutality, uh, racial injustice, political problems, rage in the White House and the Capitol. It just SJWs trying to I don't know, sound smart. I go on and on, like I said, but there's so many people out there that do a way better job than me than breaking it down. I haven't really lived through that chaos. I've seen it. I've not necessarily partaked, but I've engaged in conversation and debates. But like I said, I'm only a small piece of a way bigger puzzle, And like I said, I only give so much information and thought and theory on why this, that, or the other is happening. So I should probably stick to my guns and, know what I know and do what I do best, you know? And yeah, I mean, hey, look, I mean, it makes better conversation, I think, and you really can't upset too many people unless, they're just, crazy. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, then again, if it is a topic, whether it be political or some kind of, social unjust thing going on that I feel passionate about to talk about, then yeah, I'm definitely going to mention it and talk about it. But, right now, like I said, all those things I mentioned, even the gun rights, who should own them, what should we do with weapons now, illegal weapon, like it's just so much. The police, do they need extra training? Um, oh my God, it's nerve wracking. It really is. I don't know how people are becoming journalists nowadays, but I guess everyone finds their way and reporting this stuff and making it make sense. Like I said, I try. It's really hard keeping up with, and it's nerve wracking. Because like I said, you got to worry about insulting and the consequences of agitating groups of people, whether they're left wing, right wing, center. I'm definitely leaning more towards center left now than ever. Because both people, I think, right wingers, left wingers, are you know, every bunch has a few bad apples, and it definitely takes only one to ruin that whole bunch. Really, it's just sad but true. You're like in school when you would get in trouble and the teacher wouldn't just punish you; she'd punish the whole class. That's what it's kind of like today. You know, um, but yeah, like I said, definitely if I feel like a topic has to be touched upon, I'll definitely out of context mention it here, talk about it. But other than that, I'm gonna stick to these things in the back. Movies. I'll talk about probably too much about history every now and then, and some historical figure, like I said, that I like. I'll definitely chat him up or her up, whatever, or event. But yeah, like I said, there's so many things I could mention on all these topics. It's just trying to find the right words and how to put it. It's kind of difficult. Like I said, just I can only do so much and go so far when it comes to sensitive topics. When it comes to politics or religion or just the violence in the cities. What's going on right now. This feels like this endless pandemic that I hope there is light at the end of the tunnel. Some people are really optimistic. Some people think this is it. This is as good as it's gonna get. Some people believe the whole thing's a hoax. So how the heck do you make sense out of all that? Listen to the Joe Rogan podcast or Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. That's you want some people that can enlighten you. Lean towards that direction. But other than that, yeah. Oh, I am happy that the Pentagon, I think it's like the second time they did this, whether you believe in aliens or not, mentioned we're not alone. They even have footage. If you're a skeptic or like a non-believer, I don't know what to tell you. Then go back to doing whatever it is you're doing. But yeah, I mean that's kind of cool. Aliens, they exist, maybe, or some really fancy hardware was shown that we weren't supposed to see. So the Pentagon's saying, no, that was alien technology. Maybe it was. I like to think it is because the fact trying to wrap my head around thinking that we're just like the only ones here is kind of like lame. Not just lame, but like unrealistic. Come on, universe is huge. But yeah, I want to end on a positive note. As always, thanks again for listening to my stuff and me talk about endless amounts of everything. But yeah, definitely gonna lead more towards talking about movies and history. So yeah, that's what's next on the palette I got. Soon to come because like I said, these videos, especially now, are hard to make. But I do what I can and put it out there. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Believe what you want to believe, and if you got something to say it. Put it out there because you can inspire anyone. And but yeah, that's really all I got to say.